Thank you, Madam President. Board, everyone, buenas tardes a todos. I have a few things to report as the year's gotten started. Overall, I think there's a good tone and morale seems to be up. Pre-service was well organized as well as we processed in over 100 new teachers and ramped up programs for the first day last Wednesday. All the school sites conducted community walks before school started, and site staff made personal home visits, left door hangers for families that weren't home. We had an outstanding turnout for Meet the Teacher Night. Thank you, Ms. Sausnick. Over 3,200 parents attended, and we probably had more that we didn't count. That evening open house, and so parent involvement's off to a great start, we think. We welcomed the new teachers to the district with a breakfast sponsored by the LEA and AEA, and lunch at Peter Piper donated by the general manager Lee Rosenthal on July 20th. Mr. Pineda, as he said, represented the board at the annual kickoff event, which went pretty smoothly, included lots of active engagement with our speaker, Tim Clue, the unlikely teacher. Mr. Clue emphasized the importance of making human connections with kids and colleagues and gave great practical examples of ways people could do that. We had the usual issues with kindergartners and their parents leaving moms and dads for the opening of school, but there was a wonderful energy in the air. A lot of smiling students ready to learn. Enrollment right now is close to where we started last year, but a little below where we ended last year. About 100 down from where we ended, but pretty much the same as where we started last year. So that's similar to last year's pattern, which may indicate a slow growth year. We'll have to see over the next 10 days how that shakes out. Last month, the governing board received copies of the new communication folders, and this month we've got the newly minted lapel pins for our learning leaders to proudly display. Don't be afraid to put them on. Funded from our federal reimbursement accounts, not out of M&O. And the start of the school year has been relatively smooth with all the staff pulling together to cover classes, and that's been necessary due to the pervasive shortage of teachers in Arizona. Districts all over the state are still scrambling to fill teaching positions. Some of them just started this week. As fewer people enter the field and more experienced ones retire and leave the profession for other careers, according to Cecilia Johnson, the Associate Superintendent of Highly Effective Teachers and Leaders at ADE, who's called the situation a crisis in Arizona. There's 7 subs right now covering classes across the district. 3 are certified teachers and 4 are regular substitutes. Some are already scheduled to be replaced by certified teachers coming from out of state. So in a case of necessity truly being the mother of invention, we're incorporating progress we made exploring telepresence last year into our instructional delivery model. We'd hoped to originally deliver challenging content to students from sources outside the district, but this side, we're arranging to deliver coursework to students between our own campuses. This highly qualified teacher record for these classes will lead a high-definition, real-time exchange with students in a distant classroom to deliver math and science content while subs in their partner classroom help support and supervise students. Teachers are excited about the opportunities and cutting edge of educational technology, and we've partnered with MCESA, that's the Maricopa County Education Service Agency, to deliver professional development and provide ongoing support to teachers because they've got a lot of experience in this form of instructional delivery all throughout the county. We're also planning to hold open house for the families of students participating in this program to explain what we're doing, how things should work over the course of the semester. As I said, after about 10 days of enrollment, we're just settling in. There's only 1 classroom in each grades, kindergarten, first, and second, that have slightly higher counts than we'd like to see. The HR staff is working hard to recruit, and we'll keep working to get teachers who have maybe not gotten jobs in their home states yet. A lot of places wait till Labor Day to start school, so some of them may be still hanging on, but we'll keep after them. The current staffing situation serves to drive home the point of how devastatingly underfunded Arizona's K-12 education system has become. Veteran teachers are leaving and college students aren't entering teaching because of low pay and challenging conditions. The anti-government party would like to blame administration, but our state school district administrative costs are some of the lowest in the nation. So it's clearly the bottom line that's the bottom problem. The Littleton districts enjoyed the support of our voters for education, salaries, and special programs for our students since 2002, and those funds matter more today than any other time in the past decade. Our voters have a choice to make in November as to whether or not they want to continue with those programs. No tax increase, just a continuation of what currently is in place. So I want to remind everybody tonight the importance of the November 3rd election, and to remind everyone, regardless of how you plan to vote, to get out and vote or mail in your ballot. Everyone needs to not only live up to this civic responsibility, but to model good civic engagement for our students. It's part of being a child's ace and a treasure hunter. The deadline to register for the district's maintenance and operation budget override election is October 5th, and early voting begins the second week of October. So don't procrastinate if you're new. Our voter-approved capital override's been funding an infusion of learning technology for our students, and student laptop distribution is underway. We were able to check out 500 laptops during Meet the Teacher Nights. And the rest of our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders received their computers by the second week of school. This year we plan to phase in 6th grade in the one-to-one program, and so we're looking forward to rolling those out. The Littleton Elementary School District was also awarded a seed grant for a second year in a row, and this grant, through the Arizona K-12 Center and NAU, allows the district to hire full-time mentor teacher working with and mentoring induction support of our first and second year teachers. The mentor also provides monthly professional development for all our first year teachers. Through the grant collaboration, both administration and the mentor have been trained to work with new teachers to provide them with tools to grow and learn. The grant requires the mentor to be a national board certified teacher and to focus on growing the number of national board certified teachers and leaders in our district. We are excited that Ms. Gaona has returned and is already working with our new teachers. We're in the process of hiring a new athletic director. This is the first step in another fantastic year of after-school sports program for our middle grade students, also funded by the override. As soon as the position's hired, we'll begin creating schedules, hiring coaches, and forming teams for our fall basketball season. In closing, I'd like to express appreciation to Sandy Steffen and Sean McDivitt for their donation of school supplies for district students, Alpha Wallace and Walmart for their supplies to Country Place students, and that's all I have. See you.